Do you want more freedom earning your powerful drops each week? Or maybe more choices for your rewards? I became an Armchair game developer this week and redesigned how milestones work in Destiny 2. Currently, there are 37 to 41 powerful / pinnacle rewards across 15 different activities. But not everyone has the time to do all of them, or maybe enjoys doing every single one of those activities. And a lot of the time, you don't get the item you need, or maybe you don't get the drop in the slot where you need to power up. And that will become an even bigger problem once sunsetting is in effect. Those milestones include strikes, Nightfall strikes, Nightfall 100k score strike, the Crucible Rotator playlist, the Crucible Core playlist, Gambit, the Flashpoint, whatever the seasonal activity is for that season, Nightmare Hunts, Master Nightmare Hunts, the Moon Mission from Eris, the Lectern, which is the Altar of Sorrows, Nightmare Powerful Drop. The Eris has that memory fragment, the Drifter bounties, Shaxx bounties, Zavala's bounties, the Gunsmith's bounties. There's the Clan Experience. There's the 4 rewards you can get from your clan doing different activities in a week. The Pit of Heresy dungeon has, I believe, 4 drops in it, one of them being a pinnacle drop. There's the Prophecy dungeon, which I believe only has 3 actual powerful drops, but one of them's a pinnacle, I believe. And there's the Garden of Salvation raid that has 4 pinnacles. There's the Trials of Osiris that has 3 powerfuls and 1 pinnacle, or it might be 2 powerfuls, 2 pinnacles. And then when it's the Iron Banner week, then there's those 4 pinnacle Iron Banner bounties. Designing this, I had 2 goals in mind. Number 1, play what you want. And number 2, get what you want. Here's how this design works. Currently, that is 25 powerful drops that are available to you throughout the week. What we would do is instead, you'd only need to earn experience to earn your drops. So normally right now you go to the director and the top left, there used to be originally in Destiny 2 where the side would open up and that would be your milestones for the week, but now they have them on, they're called challenges and they're on the director now, all these different spots. But what we would do instead is we would just open up that side menu and then it would show you how many powerful drops you have available this week. So say it would show 25 and then it would show you how much experience you need to get your next powerful drop. Each activity would give you experience towards your next powerful drop. What we could do is the first 3 to 4 times you play an activity that week, it could give you bonus experience towards your next drop. This would show up on the director how powerful drops currently show, except instead of showing that you get a powerful drop from it, it would say bonus experience for first 3 completions or something like that. This would keep some players moving between activities like they currently do, and they are incentivized by a boost in experience. But it also helps players who just want to keep playing the same activity. So if you just want to play Crucible, or maybe you mostly want to play Crucible, you can just keep playing Crucible and still earn experience towards your next drop. This also helps players who have maybe already completed an activity for a week. Maybe they've gotten their bonus experience from that certain activity, but now their friend gets online and is like, "Oh, hey man, do you want to play some Gambit with me?" And you're like, "Oh man, I've already gotten my powerful drop for Gambit this week." Instead, you still have incentives to play with your friend because you can still make progress towards your next powerful drop. Another thing could be that activities that offer higher difficulty options would also reward more experience for playing those options. Another thing I want to mention really quick is any experience values that I give in this video are all just for example. They're not literal suggestions for how much experience we should be getting per activity, because the whole experience system could be, modified by the time Beyond Light comes out, or in really almost any update. In order to do this, all dungeons and raids would need to have repeatable loot, like how the Prophecy dungeon currently does, where once you've done that activity for the week, you can keep doing it and keep getting loot from the encounters. But one thing I should mention is that I believe that the pinnacle sources should stay basically the same as they are now, because they are pinnacle drops for a reason, because those activities are considered the most difficult. So I think that those should still have their pinnacle drops associated with them. But once you have that pinnacle drop, you can play it again, and each encounter you complete giving you bonus experience towards a powerful drop. But I think that the raids and dungeons should still drop a generic at power level, or even if it's below power level, raid or dungeon piece of gear. One thing that I do think should be a part of this system is that bonus playthroughs of each activity should reward some sort of diminishing returns. Not eternally diminishing, meaning like the first 3 times I get 10,000, and then every match after that I get 1,000 less experience until I'm all the way at 0 experience. You know, I'm not talking about that. It would work something more like, say you needed 20,000 experience to get a powerful drop. And so like your first 3 Crucible matches of the week would award 7,000 experience each, for example. So if you play 3 of them, you're going to get a powerful drop. But after those first 3, maybe you only get 5,000 experience per Crucible match completed. So then it requires you to play 4 matches instead of 3 to get a powerful drop. And then maybe after that, it diminishes to 4,000 experience. And then maybe it just stays at 4,000 experience for the rest of the week. So you can keep playing Crucible if you want, but it's going to take you 5 matches instead of 3 matches to get a powerful drop. Something really important here, though, is that Bungie would have to implement a better AFK detection system. Probably something more along the lines of the system being able to see how much damage you've done, or the frequency, like how much time is in between each time you've done damage to people, and make it so that there isn't really a way for people to set up AFK macros so that they can just hop into a Crucible match and then be gone for 8 hours, and then they've gotten, 6 or 7, however many powerful drops. Who knows? Like, something would have to be in there, obviously. If you remember at the beginning of this video, I also mentioned having a choice of what you're getting. What I think would be awesome is that the powerful reward that you get is actually some kind of new engram that you open up, kind of similar how the Umbral engrams are right now, where they have the prismatic recaster where you can focus them. But it would open in a way that you could probably just go to the normal Cryptarch or whatever. And when you open it, it would give you 3 choices, basically. It would show 3 different items. And that way you still have the chance of possibly getting an exotic out of it. Obviously, Bungie would have to do, if they did this, they would have to do some type of calculation so that your chance at getting an exotic is still the same as it currently is. That way it's not like you're getting 3 chances at an exotic, or 3 times the chances at an exotic. But this would help players who are trying to level up and they're like, oh my gosh, my boots are 6 power levels under, and no matter what, I've done all of my powerful drops and I didn't get any boots, so I'm stuck at this power level. Well, instead, you would be way more likely to get your boots, because after you're earning these powerful drops through experience playing whatever you want, you open it up and you have, kind of 3 times the chance of getting the item in the slot that you need. And a lot of people probably currently know how it's hard to get powerful drops in your heavy weapon slot. Well, this would help alleviate that as well. I'm not saying that this system is perfect. I'm not getting paid to do this, so I don't have the time to spend a whole week's worth of my time to completely nitpick and get the super finest details about the best way to do this. I don't actually get to test it. I don't actually get to see all of the player data and see and run tests through systems to see how effective this actually works. I don't even know what work is required to implement this. So anyways, these are just some thoughts. Hopefully they help spark some ideas in maybe some of you to be able to, make this even better. Overall, I think this would be a great redesign, but I am just one person. So let me know what your ideas are. What do you think could improve on this system? Or maybe you have a completely different idea that's really cool. I'd like to hear it. I also have a rework idea for the progression system of Destiny, kind of reworking gear levels. It probably requires some more thought, but if you think you'd be interested in that, let me know in the comments below too, and maybe I will actually do all of the work necessary to make a video on that, and we can see where that goes. I also stream on Twitch, so make sure you go follow me over there, and I obviously am uploading videos here on YouTube, so subscribe to me here. We also have a really awesome, really wholesome Discord community, and links to all these things are in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be kind out there and online. I'll see you in the live streams and in the next video.